Rediscovering Gita for the Modern World by Shrikant Soman. Based on essays on Gita by Sri Aurobindo. Chapter 6, Man and the Battle of Life. Continued from the previous episode. Episode 51. The Gita's realistic approach to human nature. The futility of temporary peace. The enduring nature of strife. Key takeaways. Temporary peace versus lasting peace. The passage argues that humanity has only achieved a system of temporary working accommodation between conflicting interests, not a true and lasting peace. The irony of modern peace efforts. The modern pursuit of universal peace has ironically led to an unprecedented universal war filled with bitter hatred. Peace without moral foundation. Current attempts at peace are built on shallow foundations like intellectual notions and a sentimental aversion to war's horrors, rather than a deep fundamental change in human nature. The acceptance of man as a fighter. Any practical philosophy or religion must accept life as it is now. The Gita's core question. The central problem the Gita tackles is how to harmonize this inherent function of battle with spiritual existence. Main passage. Working accommodation is not a lasting peace. Even now we have not actually progressed beyond the feasibility of a system of temporary working accommodation between conflicting interests. This makeshift arrangement may minimize the recurrence of the worst forms of strife. Ironically, the method and the approach adopted by the humanity towards this goal of peace actually results in a monstrous mutual massacre unparalleled in history. This method has been forced on humanity by its own nature. For achieving the noble objective of establishment of universal peace, the modern man has found a straight way and the triumphant means of a universal war which is full of bitterness and irreconcilable hatred. Moreover, this noble objective is not founded upon any fundamental change in human nature. It is founded upon intellectual notions, economic convenience, vital and sentimental shrinkings from the loss of life, discomfort and horror of war. And it is affected by nothing better than political adjustments. It does not give any sure and confident promise of firm foundation and long duration. The reality of life. We can dream of an age when humanity will be spiritually, morally and socially ready for the reign of universal peace. Surely such a stage will eventually come. However, in the meanwhile, any practical philosophy and religion must accept and account for the aspect of battle. It has also to accept the nature and function of man as a fighter. In fact, this aspect of man as a fighter is really an aspect and function of human activity in general. The Gita takes the life as it really is now. By now is meant the time of the war of Kurukshetra. But the condition existing today is no different from that of the ancient time. Therefore the now is equally applicable to now as well as to the period of Kurukshetra, and not as it may become in some distant future. On this premise, it poses and answers the question of how to harmonize this aspect and function of human activity with the spiritual existence.